it's me again. You like my shirt? Yeah, anyways. So I figured to go over the details, the day-to-day itinerary that we did while we were in Bali. So in total, we spent about 13 days in Indonesia, 2 nights of which was actually in Jakarta, which is outside Bali. You have to take a plane to go there, and then another day for traveling because it is on the other side of the world, so it takes about 24 hours to get there from New York to Bali. So day one is really travel time. Day two is like getting to Bali and then spending at the like layover hotel, and then the third day was really when things started picking up. We were picked up by the hotel for the Elephant Safari Park Lodge, and we spent day 3 there. So we just checked out the park, and then we had afternoon tea, we fed the elephants, and then we also did the night safari, which was you actually get to picked up from your villa by an elephant, and then they drop you off where the show is, and then they have a little talent show, and then you eat dinner, and then they take you around for a ride around the park. I don't recommend the night safari. Day 4 was a lot of fun. Day 4 was breakfast with the elephants, which, actually no, you have breakfast, and then you do the morning base with the elephants. You basically sprinkle them with water hose, there you go, water hose, and then you really get to interact with them, and then after that you go to their kind of man-made lake, and the elephants basically swim, and you could ride on them without like anything on like a chair on it. It's like bare, it's skin and you, and then the mahout who takes care of the elephant. And then after that, we did river rafting. So we did the river rafting the Ayung River. It was very extensive, very adventurous kind of activity. And then we had lunch. And then as we went back, we had afternoon tea. And then we got a couples massage in the park spa place, which is this is really cool because you have a view of the elephant park, but it's also very quiet because it's inside the building. And it's basically this glass door that's separating you and the elephant, which is like super cool. And then that was an exhausting day. And then we did the talent show again, so the night fair, so we get picked up from our roommate elephants again. And then it was the same talent show from the previous day, so it wasn't really like that exciting. Day 5 of this trip is breakfast, morning base with elephants, because it's fun, you can never have too much of it. And then we actually decided to go to the Scuba Center, which is about 20 minutes drive away from the hotel we were staying at. And then we checked out the place. A lot of places when we stayed were closed because it was the festival. And then we went to John Hardy, which is this crazy, they have this crazy showroom in Bali where the store is about, it has to be 50 feet up at least, and it's all made out of bamboo, and there's no air conditioning on the first floor, but the basement has it, and everything's made out of bamboo, and they have this intricate silver bracelets and jewelry, so that was really cool. And then the store is in the middle of rice fields. That's how unique it is. And then we went to La View Bird Nest Lounge. So it's a private lounge. It's a secluded area, and basically it's almost like a structure that's kind of hanging off like kind of like a cliff looking thing that's surrounded by the forest, and then below it is the Ayung River, so you actually hear the Ayung River flow, and then you see the birds. It's just wild. So day 6 is spending time in Kuta area, which is very touristy. So we got there day 5, but day 6 is spending around the pool area, checked out the beach, we checked out the Kuta beach area, and then in the afternoon we had an hour flight to go outside Bali in Jakarta to see the temples. So that's where we spent day 6, 7, and 8. And then day 8 we came back to Bali. So the 2 nights we spent outside Bali in Jakarta, so it was a lot of temple. We also got our picture taken there. We did the sunset at Borobudur. It was just a very laid back. It's less touristy than Bali, but if you're in for really that temple experience and see kind of like how the old ruins were, I think like this is the place for you. But day 8 was really going back to Bali, and we basically just hang out. Day 9 was a scuba diving trip. It was a half day. It was like 12 to 3 p.m. No, I'm saying that wrong. So basically it was 9:30 till about 1 p.m. scuba diving. We drove about an hour and a half from Kuta area and go to scuba diving site. I mean, the beaches are gorgeous, but we didn't have the best experience with scuba diving, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But after that, that night, we actually did the cultural dinner. So we did the Royal Balinese Feast. That's what it's called. It's a really long name. Basically what it is, it's like you're in this ancient dining room, and it's a private dinner. And you get your own parade. Like you do appetizer, and then they pull you out and take you there to their lobby, which is basically a stage area. And then they have a mini show, and then they'll ask you to walk with them, and then you go back to the dining area, and then you have like a meal that's basically set for 6 people. And it was just me and Alex, so we ended up sharing to the hotel staff. It was fun. It was a good experience. And also before that, we lounge in their beach area. So really this day was scuba diving, sunset by the beach, and then the cultural dinner. Day 10 is leaving Kuta. Goodbye Kuta, and really it was just like a relaxing morning, and then our driver picked us up to go to Munduk area, which is less touristy. It's basically the untouched Bali, which is pretty cool. So that day we spent going to Munduk, which is about 2.5 hours from Kuta area. And then on the way there, we obviously stopped by to get a meal, and then we saw this lazy monkeys who was basically just hanging out on the side road with like this mountain view, and then just checked out the villa. And then it was an exhausting like adventure day from Kuta to Munduk because we did so much. We went to like a local, I think it's called a barong, which is basically a local eatery. And then we saw the monkeys, and then we stopped by a local market. When I say a local market, like a legit local market where people, you don't see any tourists. It's just because we convinced our driver like we really want that native experience, so he took us there, which was a lot of fun. And then we just decided to hang out by the villa. So that was the first night in Munduk area. So day 11 was hot spring, 2 waterfalls, like a local temple kind of. And then we got a massage and obviously dinner. Day 12 was really like, it was like this Munduk area was more relaxing trip because we did so much adventure, so we just relaxed. So I think we got massages 3 times out of the 4 days we were there, so almost every day. So for that one, what did we do? We wanted to go around to come to the local market because we were doing the cooking class in the afternoon. So obviously we had breakfast. We went to a market which is not as local. It's basically like a convenience store kind of. And then we did the cooking classes, and then we walk around the hotel area plantation. There was an orange plantation right next to it, so we got to hop over the fence and then just grab like oranges with the locals, which was a lot of fun. And then I also convinced Eddie, who was the person who was taking care of us there, to go to the lake. So we went around the lake, and then we did it's not really kayaking, you're just like small boat, but that was a lot of fun. And then we just hang out in the afternoon after the cooking class, and we had a candlelight dinner to really top off the last night at Bali and really just reflect on it. So it was just this gorgeous like setup overlooking all these crazy lights because you are up in the mountains. Last day was breakfast. We just walked more around the hotel because it's almost like you're in the middle of forest, but not really. Had like a really pretty garden. They have pineapples, strawberries, papayas. I think there might have been avocado, I'm not sure. And then what did we do? Yeah, so we had that. We had breakfast. And then we got a 2-hour massage before leaving to the airport. So in summary, day 1 we flew to Bali. Day 2 we spent the night at the layover hotel. The following day we spent it to Ubud Center. We went to the Elephant Safari Park Lodge. We had tea, and then we had the night safari dinner. Day 4 was breakfast and the morning bathing with the elephants and river rafting, couples massage, and then the night show. Day 5 is morning bathing with elephants again. We went to Ubud Center and went to La View restaurant, the Bird Nest lunch. And then we went to, before that we went to John Hardy, the showroom, the crazy showroom. And then really traveled to Kuta the night of the 5th day. Day 6 was basically just relaxing in the hotel in the morning, and then we flew out of Bali and then spent time in Jakarta, which was the next 2 nights. So that's 6, 7, and 8. Day 8 was back in Bali, and we just basically relaxed in the hotel and ate dinner there because we were exhausted. And then day 9 was the scuba diving day trip, and then we did the Royal Balinese feast at night. Day 10 is going to Munduk area and just like really relaxing because we saw the elephants, not the elephants, the lazy monkeys on the way there, and then we saw we ate at in a barong, like locally. So day 11 was visiting the around Munduk area. So we did the waterfalls, 2 waterfalls, hot spring, and we got a massage. And what else did we do? And then we had dinner at the local restaurant, the Villas restaurant. And then day 12 was actually hanging out around the lake area in Munduk area. And what else did we do? And then we did the cooking classes in the afternoon. And we went to the spa again. And then we had a private villa dinner that's like this gorgeous, there were like flowers, candlelight dinner, looking over like the lights because you're up in the mountains and it gets dark. So you see the lights of the city. And then day 13 was basically just hanging out around the plantation again. And then we really left the vacation with, we took like a 2.5 hour massage before going to the airport and then fly back home. I think that's all. So if you have any questions, let me know, comment, subscribe.